Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, please welcome your Miami Marlins.
And on the hill, Max Meyer. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Munetaka Murakami leading things off and takes a strike. Strike 2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And that's a strikeout looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Off the plate, ball 1. Hey.
Check swing. He went. That's strike 2.
Ball, that's it.
Tap back up the middle. Lopez whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Colson Montgomery. Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you.
Ball, that's down.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And getting the start for the White Sox, Davis Martin. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Xavier Edwards, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Out towards right center field. That gets down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
No, inside.
Runner takes off. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Edwards on at first, nobody out. Now quick throw to first, and he's back in safely. Outside low, ball 2. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Hayes on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
That's out to center field. And he can't make the play. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now. First and second, 1 out. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in Game 4 of the World Series.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Rips that one to right. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Griffin Conine.
Too high. Ball.
Two on, 2 outs. Out to short. Play made, that ends the inning. The 4th game of the World Series. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. On the ground right side. Norby takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down. Chase Maidra steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Ball 1.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. That's to third. Long throw to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here in Miami, now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Long run, nice grab. 1 up, 1 down.
Excellent job, and I tell you what, the times that I played left field, getting a play like that, you love the opportunity to make it. Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez, Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland, and man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Jacob Marcy. And a ground ball to first, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope, that's a ball.
No score here in the second.
That's ball 2.
In the air to left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming home. And they've taken the lead here in Game 4.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Edwards, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. To the right side. And that will end the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Kyle Teal. There's a line drive to left field. One down.
Batting ninth, center fielder Luis Angel Acuna.
First pitch, and he just misses. Acuna goes 5 feet 7 inches, 180 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Popped up. Lopez moving under this one. And there's 2 away. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
This to center field. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it.
The 0-2. In the air, right field. And that is that. As we go to the last of the third. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez.
Nope, outside. Nope,
He's
that's
just
down.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
Oh, look at the stop. Jumps, throws, and they get the out. 2 down, bases empty. Now here is Otto Lopez. He's 0 for 1.
Hey.
Hit hard, base hit. And that extends the inning. Throw sails over his head at first.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
On the ground right side, my draw. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Back here in Miami, start of the fourth, Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Ball, that's too high.
Ball to strike. The pitch. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Swings and misses. One away.
Up next for Chicago, right fielder Austin Hayes.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself 2 bags on
A laser to left base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Fair ball. Hayes scores. And they tie it late here in game 4. Save.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots.
Up the middle. Nice stop. And he beats it. He's safe.
No, he's safe.
Up next for Chicago.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teal. In the air, left field. Stowers settles underneath it. 2 down. 0 for 1 with a fly out.
For the White Sox, center fielder Luis Angel Acuna.
Trying to bunt his way on. They get the force. That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. Bottom of the fourth. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks.
Liam Hicks.
Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Ground ball to the right side. Murakami steps on the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman Connor Norby.
And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and
runner on the move, pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. In the dirt, ball 1.
as a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second. On the ground to third, Vargas. Throws to first, and they got him. Digging in, Graham Pauley.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And the 1-0. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The fourth game of the World Series. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Munetaka Murakami. And a foul ball.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
The 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
And, of course, sometimes you need to be patient as an offense and let the pitcher come to you, but you can't argue with the game plan they're using in this one.
Got him looking. One gone here.
Up next for the White Sox, left fielder Derek Hill.
Right back to him on the mound. The throw to first, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Shortstop.
Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Ball.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Out towards right center field. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
Martin back to work.
Ball 1.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Gets it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Marlins, center fielder Heriberto Hernandez.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first in time. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
For the Marlins.
And now
left fielder,
Kyle Stowers.
Kyle Stowers.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. In the air out to center. It gets down a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
So impressive that he was able to fight off that fastball up and in like that. I mean, he really let it get deep on him as well. That's great bat control. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up. The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, That could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So a good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
This one in the air center field. Acuna settles under this one, and that's the 3rd out. All set for the top of the 6th. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Austin Hayes. Just missed. Hayes in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. That one misses. Ball 2. Line drive. Gets down. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi.
And that is out of play. Here's the 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. 1 out man at first. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Oh, that's just out.
Out to short, Lopez. The throw to second is offline. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for Chicago, second baseman Chase Mycroft.
And that one fouled off.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Just missed. Line drive, that's a base hit. Hayes coming around 3rd. In comes the run from 2nd.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Teal in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Runner in from 3rd to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they... The 3-run lead. Righty reliever out of the pen, Michael Peterson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That one the other way. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Well, we go bottom 6, and now for the Marlins, Griffin Conant. That one lifted to left. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, catcher Liam Hicks.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's 2 down.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
2 outs, base is empty. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 2.
No, that's low.
Rips one to right, and he makes the catch. And that's the inning. we go to the top of the seventh. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Munetaka Murakami. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for Chicago, left fielder Derek Hill.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for Chicago.
Next to hit, Colson Montgomery. 1 for 3. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Man, safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at second. Runner goes again. In there for strike 3. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Up next for Chicago, right fielder Austin Hayes.
Foul ball there. Swing, and he popped it up. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now here's the Marlins DH, Jacob Marcy.
Jacob Marcy.
Just off the inside edge.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan, attack early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Good hitters count the 2-0.
Hey!
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Chris Murphy. Swing and a ball lifted left field. One away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Edwards now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Really important at bat coming up now.
This one smacked out to left center, and that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. One runs in, and in at second with an RBI double.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up. Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason. He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And that misses. And now 3-0.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Acuna gets under it. Got a good jump on it, tracks it down. Both runners tagging. Runner from third in to score. And now they trail by one.
For the Marlins, shortstop, Otto.
New pitcher for the White Sox, Grant Taylor.
And he may only have to face one batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
Line to right, base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, a big two-out hit, and the game is tied.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Inside. And the count now 2-0.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Late here in Game 4. 2-1 now. Runner on the go. In the dirt, blocked. Now a throw to first, but back easily. Tied at 4. Outside and low, it's ball 4. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in Game 4 of the World Series. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
That's ball 2.
There's a line drive to left field. And that is the inning.
Leading off for the White Sox, the designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi. Now pitching for
They hand the ball
Marlins,
over to a new arm,
number
Cade Gibson.
58.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
That one to first. Norby takes it himself. Leadoff man is out here in the
Up
8th.
next for the White Sox, third baseman Miguel Vargas.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. 2 down. Chase Mydron steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ground ball right side. Edwards gets it to first, and the White Sox go quietly.
Leading off for the Marlins, first baseman Connor.
Ball 1.
Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Tied at 4.
That's a ball.
Two and 1 now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings and lines a base hit into left field, and the go-ahead run is on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's
White Sox going with a new arm, Brian Hudson.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the left. Hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter, Agustin Ramirez.
Oh, great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
Inside, ball 1.
There goes the runner. In the dirt. Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
Heads up base running right there. I know it's 3-0, but I'm letting him swing here if he likes the pitch. Why not?
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Down to third baseman, Graham Pauley. Corner infielders up on the grass expecting a bunt. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Runner edges away at second. Up the middle, Montgomery. To second, there's one. Back to first, and it's over his head. In the dirt. One out and a runner at Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-0. On the ground, Montgomery throws to first in time. And now, Heriberto Hernandez.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Jordan Leisure.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Ball.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Man on second, 2 down.
That's ball 2.
The 2-1. Fly ball down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Now this one gets away from the catcher. No advance, though. Runner at second, 2 down. Out towards right center field. Acuna on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that ends the inning.
Leading off for the White Sox, catcher Kyle Teal.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Anthony Bender.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. Just missed. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
To first, not a terrible result as the tying run advances to scoring position. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate. For the White Sox.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
So a change being made out at second. And on a pinch run for the White Sox, Tristan Peters. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And there's a ball.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
So the tying run at second. Called out on strikes. White Sox down to their final out.
Left fielder, Derek Hill.
So they turn to their closer, Pete Fairbanks.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Tap foul at the plate.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to.
And it's a party on South Beach. The Marlins are once again champions of the baseball world.
The huge congrats to the World Series champs. This was an incredibly special team all season long, and what I love most is that these home fans that supported this team game in and game out, they got to witness it in their home ballpark. So many memories over this season, but in this game, this city is already going crazy.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.